Hello everyone, I, Kundan Chandrakar, welcome you all to the SWAM online course lecture on risk assessment for construction sites. In this video, we are going to learn briefly about various risk analysis steps and methods. Let us discuss the main objective and topics it will be covered in our video. Introduce the concept of risk assessment and risk management and its role. The second, to define the principal components of risk management. Third is to outline advancement and risk assessment methodologies for use and QRAs. And the last one, to outline a practical risk assessment process. Let us discuss risk assessment. What is a risk assessment? It is a way of determining risk and dangers in workplace. Risk assessment includes analysis the possible hazards that could occur within the workplace and finding a solution in a safe manner. This avoiding injury to the individually and damage to property. It is a hazard cannot be avoided in a safe way, then the risk assessment will say that say the activity should not be carried out. Why do we have risk assessment? They are needed to assess the dangers that provide could be put in a when they are in the lab. Risk assessment are needed so that the risk is a danger happening within the lab is reduced and eliminated. They are in order to protect people within the lab, not only the person carrying out the practical but other around. They help to set out guideline to what you should and should not do within the lab of safety. Why should a risk assessment cover? A risk assessment must include the possible dangers that could occur in laboratories. The risk assessment should include guidelines for protecting people. How does a risk assessment work? Each labs would have their own form of a risk assessment, so there is not set guideline to how the risk assessment should be carried out. Before the risk assessment is produced, the difference between the risk and the hazard must be known. The first one is hazards. Anything that can cause harm, electricity, hazard substance and noise are potential hazards. What is a risk? The likelihoods that damage, loss or injury will the causes of hazards and how serve the outcomes may be. When carry out the risk assessment, there are 5 recommended guidelines. Identify the hazards, decide who might be harmed and how, evaluate the risk and decide on the precaution, record your finding and put them into place, review your risk assessment and make amendments if needed. A risk assessment should be carried out yearly. Let us discuss step by step risk assessment. The step 1, identifying the hazards. Within the lab, there would be many possible hazards, so this would be needed to the quickly identifying before they can be harm to anyone. First, you would need to know what can classed as hazardous before identifying hazards. Look around for the any chemical and may cause harm and any equipment may cause fatality or any place where it could get someone's way. You would also have think about the any long-term hazards they may be. Let us discuss the second step, decide who might be harmed and how. Think about possible health risk and injury that could be causes to the individual. Take into account any workers that may have special health and work requirements. Think about new workers that work within the laboratories as they may not know the way of equipment works. It need to taken into accounts about how the laboratory's activity can affect the public. Let us discuss the third step is the evaluate the risk and decide on the precaution. After spotting the hazards, decide on the actions that would need to be taken. When this has been done, you would need to do anything reasonable practical that would eliminate the risk and hazard occurring. If there is no way of eliminating the hazards happening, then a precautions would need to taken control by the risk and best ability. Example, try and carry out the less risky activity. Let us discuss the fourth step. Record your finding and put them into place. Once the results are recovered for the risk assessment, then all staff within the laboratory should be informed. When writing out the risk assessment result, it needed to keep simple and understandable. Risk assessment do not need to be perfect, but it needs to show the inspection has been carried out correctly and the precautions are reasonable, leaving the risk to minimum. Let us discuss the fifth step is reviewing your risk assessment and make amendments if necessary. Make sure that the risk assessment is correct and that all the hazards have been covered and included. Make sure that the people are safe work within the laboratories. If hazards occur later on after a risk assessment has been conducted, then changes will need to made a risk assessment. A risk assessment should be carried out yearly to minimize the risk within the laboratories. Let us discuss principle of risk management. Risk management can be defined as the minimization of adverse effects of the risk which can organization is exposed. Let us discuss stages in risk management. The first, identifying the hazards, evaluating the associated risk and controlling the risk. This is the diagram of risk management system. Let us discuss management responsibility. Every employer shall make a suitable and efficient assessments of first, the risk up to the health and safety of the employees to which they are exposed while they are at work. The risk to the health and safety of a person not in his employment arises out of in connections within the conduct by him and his undertaking. For the purpose of identifying the measures he needs to take comply with the requirement and prohibition imposed on him by under the relevant statutory provisions. Risk assessment can be very slightful process based on judgment required, no specialist skilled or compliant technique. This approach is commonly known as quantitative or subjective risk assessment. Let us discuss the major hazards. Major hazards associated with complex chemical or nuclear plant may warrant the need of such technique as quantitative risk assessment. In quantitative risk assessment, a numerical estimate is made the probability that defined harm will result from the occurrence of a particularly event. Hazard identification. The potential to cause harm including health and injury, damage to property, plant, product or environmental, production loss and increased liabilities. Hazard identification. Comparative method. Example, checklist and audit. Fundamental methods. Example, deviation analysis, hazard and operationability studies, energy analysis, failure mode and effective analysis. Third one is a failure logic. Example, fault tree, event tree, cause consequence diagram. Let us discuss accessing the risk. What is risk? The likelihood that a specified undesirable event will occur due to realization of an hazard by or during at the work activity or by product or served creative by work activities. Let us discuss quantitative risk assessment. Commonly used in a high technology industry, QRA tends to deal with the avoidance of low probability event with the serious consequences to the plant and the surrounding environment. Let us discuss subjective risk assessment. Quantitative risk assessment involve making a formal judgment on the consequences of probability using risk is equal to severity into likelihoods. Example, the likely effects of the hazards may be be related the first measure. Death and major injury or illness causes long-term disability. Second is a serious injury and illness causing short-term disability. And the third slide, all other injuries and illness. Let us discuss the another point. The likelihood of the harm may be rated. The first one is high, where it is concerned that harm will be occur. Medium, where harm will be often occur. And the last low, where the harm will be seldom occur. Let us discuss the risk formula. Risk is equal to severity of harm into likelihood of occurrence. This is a simple calculation give a risk value of between 1 to 9 enabling a rough and ready comprehension of risk. In this case, the lower the number, the greater is that risk. And so prioritize the hazards so that control action can be targeted at higher risk. Let us discuss controlling risk. Risk avoidance. This strategy involves a conscious decisions on a part of organization to avoid completely and particularly risk disappointing process. The operation producing at the risk example, the replacing a hazardous chemical by one with less or one risk potential. Discuss the another point is a risk retention. The risk retention is that the organization where any consequent loss is financed by the company. There are two aspects to consider here, risk retention with the knowledge and risk retention without knowledge. Next point is a risk transfer. This refers to the legal assignment of the cost of certain potential loss from one particular to another. The most commonly way is the by insurance. Let us discuss the next point is a risk reduction. Here the risks are systematically reduced through the control measure according to hierarchy of risk control described in earlier sections. Let us discuss advanced risk assessment technique. Quantitative risk assessment. QRA is the most commonly used in a process industry to quantify the risk of major hazards. QRA used to outsource oil and gas industry, the transport of hazardous material and protection of the environmental, mass transportation, rail and the nuclear industry. Individual risk is defined as the frequency at which an individually may be expected to certain a given level of harm from the realization of specific hazards. Let us discuss failure mode and effective analysis. The system is divided into a subsystem that can handle effectively. It involves identification of component and parent system, failure mode and cause of failure, effective of the failure on the subsystem and system, method of detecting and diagnostic aids available. Let us discuss a typical format. The failure mode and effective analysis by typical format. The first is a component, second is a functional, third is a failure mode, fourth one is a failure rate, the next is a failure effects and the next is a critically and the next is a detection method and the last one is a preventative measures. For each components and function, mode of failure is identifying the records. It is also common to rate the failure rate for each failure mode identified. The potential consequences for each failure must be identified along with the effects on the other equipment component with the rest of the system. It is then necessary to record preventing measures that are placed or may be introduced to the correct failure, reduce it is a failure rate and provide some adequate form of detections. Let us discuss hazard and operability studies. Hazards and operability studies, that is called HAZOP, have been used to many years of formal means of the review of chemical process design. A HAZOP study is the systematic search and hazards which is defined as a derivations within this parameter that may have dangerous consequences. In the process industry, this deviation concern process parameters such as flow, temperature and pressures. Let us discuss practical risk assessment. Here are the steps of practical risk assessment. The first step is classifying work activity. Second is identifying hazards. Third is determine risk. The fourth is decide if risk to tolerable. And the next, prepare risk control action plan. And the last, review adequacy of the action plan. Let us discuss classify work activity. Possible way of classified work activity includes geographically area within outside the organization premises, stages in the product stages in the production process or in the provision of the service. Planned and reactive work, defined task, example driving. Let us discuss broad category of hazards. To help the process of identification hazards, it is a useful categories hazards in a different way. For example, mechanical, electrical, radiation, substance and fire and explosion. Let us discuss the hazard prompt list. During work activity, could the follow hazard exist? Slip fall on the level, fall of person from height, fall of tools, material, etc. from heights, inadequate handroom, hazard associated with manual lifting, handling tool and material, etc. Hazards from plant and machinery associated with assembly, commissioning and operations, maintain, modification, repair and demonstration. Also, vehicle hazards covering both site transport and travel by road. Fire and explosion, violation to stop, substance that may inhale, substance or agent may damage on the eyes contact while being absorbed through the skin, substance that may be cause harm by being ingested, example entering the body via the mouth, harmful energies, example electricity, radiation and noise vibration. Work related upper limb distortion resulting from frequency repeated tasks, inadequate thermal environmental, example too hot, lighting level, slippery, uneven ground and surface, inadequate guardrail and handrail on stairs, contractor activities. Let us discuss determining risk. The risk from the hazards should be determined by estimating the potential severity of harm and the likelihood that harm will occur. Let us discuss the severity of harm. Information obtained about work activity is the in a virtual input to risk assessment when seeking to establishment potential severity of harm. The following should also be considered: the parts, the body of likely affected, nature of harm ranging from slightly to extreme. Let us discuss slightly harmful. Example: superficial injuries, minor cuts and bruises, eye irritation from dust, nuisance and irritations, ill health, leading and temporary discomforts. Harmful. Example: burn, serious burn, fractures, minor fractures, deafness, work related upper limb distortion, ill health leading to permanent minor disability. Let us discuss the extremely harmful: major fractures, poisoning, multiple injury, fatal injuries, occupational cancer, other severity like sorting, disability, occur and fatal disease. Let us discuss the another point. likelihood of harm. When seeking to establishment likelihood of harm, the adequate of control measure already implemented and complied with need to be considered. Issue considered number of personnel exposed, frequency and during of exposed to hazards, failure of service example electricity and water, failure of plant and machinery, component and safety devices, exposure to the element. Protection afforded by personal protective equipment and use rate of personal protective equipments. Unsafe act error or intentionally vibration for procedure by person, for example, who may not know what the hazards are, may not have knowledge, physical capacity and skill to the worker, underestimate risk to which they are exposed, underestimate the practicality and utility of safe work method. Let us discuss decide if risk is tolerable. One simple method for establishment risk level and for deciding whether risk is tolerable. Risks are classified accordingly to the estimate likelihood and potential severity of harm. This is a chart for tolerable and untolerable accident and causes. Let us discuss prepare risk control action plan. Risk category so from the basis of deciding whether improved control are required and the time escape of action. The outcomes of the risk assessment should be an inventory of action in priority order to decide and maintain and improve in priority order to devise, maintain or improve control. Let us discuss this chart. This chart will be two main component. The first one is a risk level and second is a action and time scales. When the risk level is a trivial, no action is required and no documentary record need to be kept. When the risk level is tolerable, no additional control are required. Consider may be given in a more conspect to more effective solution or improvement that in sequence. When the risk level is moderate, efforts should be made to reduce the risk, but the cost of prevention should be carefully measured and limited. When the risk level is substantial, work should not be started until the risk has been reduced. When the risk level is intolerable, work should not be started or continued until the risk has been reduced. Let us discuss prepare risk control action plan. The action plan should be reviewed before implementation, typical by asking, will the revised control lead to tolerable risk level? Are new hazards created? Are the most cost effective solution has been chosen? Which do people affects think about need to practically of the reverse prevention measures? Will the reverse control be used in practice and not ignored in a phase, for example, pressure to get the job done? Let us discuss changing condition and revising. Risk assessment should be seen as the continuously process. Thus, the adequacy of control measures should be subject to continual reviewing and revised if necessary. With this, we will end our today's lecture here. Thank you for your patience and we will meet in our next lecture. Thank you.